Hello, welcome back to Wario Land 3, this is Bio Enchanted, and today we'll be going through the next 2 levels to get all the golden coins from there, the music coins. So for the Peaceful Village, we need it to be at night, because there's a particular building we'll need to be able to go into that we can't do during the day. But this of course means we'll have to deal with these zombies, who are a huge pain. To give an idea of how much harder some of these music boxes are than the last sets, this video was actually, the raw footage was 30 minutes. So yeah, some of these took me a bit of time towards the end. So here, of course, we need to use the robot to bounce us up. To get the coin we've already seen before. Now, doing that was a bit of a mistake, not killing the robot but leaving the room. And that's because, and we'll see why in a minute, but we'll be coming back there shortly. For now, let's go up here so we can get this coin through this pipe. Yeah, I've learned about the donut thing now. So we don't need to be donut while we're open now, we just need to get through here. Because yeah, these kind of levels with a lot of the doors, they can be a bit confusing sometimes, remembering which doors go where. But we do need to go down here though. Yeah, that's why leaving was a bit of a mistake. I could have just done this while I was still in here, but I just didn't think to. So here's a bit of a tricky coin to find, because we need to do something a little bit scary. We need to move towards the robot mouse. And now we need to go the other direction, running away from the robot mouse to get the key so that we can just get through around here, and then this is just the most efficient way, just finishing here instead of letting the mouse catch us. Because if the mouse catches us, it'll just waste time. So we need to be here now. And there's a few secret passages in this area. I quite like this room, it's quite an interesting one because it's one you don't really have much reason to explore normally, but there's actually quite a lot here. I like it's just under the main part of the map as well. So of course tunneling through there gets us the gold coin from there. Let's go back again to get back to where we were before. I quite like how satisfying it is that when you can just run through an entire set of walls like that. It's always fun to do that. Although it's a shame they don't really let you do it very often though. They keep putting these little kind of indestructible walls in the ways. You have to keep kind of zigzagging around, which is a little bit annoying. And of course here we actually have another secret door, which is quite interesting. Because you wouldn't really think to look there, unless you were looking in the previous alcoves. But the fact there's an actual door is quite neat. Yeah, when looking for whichever blocks are breakable, always look for the borders. Because if a set of blocks is breakable, it's likely that all of the blocks within that sort of outline will be. So it's kind of a neat way sometimes of figuring out where the actual path is. I haven't seen these fish for a while. But of course they're guarding both this key, but also through here, yet another coin. I quite care if to get past the fish regardless, so whether you want the key or the coin, yeah, it makes you do both. Because sometimes the puzzle is the same for the key or the chest and the coin. You just need to know what the puzzle is. I've got all the coins in the level, so let's leave. This is quite fun though, the coin bound up, because the puzzles are still tricky but less obnoxious. But I do quite like that in some cases they do kind of still combine mechanics in interesting ways. Which we'll be seeing in the next level actually, is more of a fun combination of things that we haven't really seen as much before. Because now we're going to the vast plains, which is one of the last places we actually went to get chests. I hate those things that blind you by landing on your head. They're so annoying. There's not really much you can do about them if they catch you. You just have to kind of like try and bounce them off. They're a very annoying enemy type, honestly, if you're just trying to platform. And we don't want to get stuck up there. That's not what we end up being. What we need to do is get past this minigame block. Which means you have to play golf again. You don't have to play it that much, it's just sometimes you need to do new golf games just to get to areas that... Because most of the time, all that's really behind those is the chest itself, but sometimes you do just have to redo them, which is a little annoying. Didn't feel entirely necessary to make you do it every time, but... Because with the chest, they probably, like with the flag with the chest, they probably just set a flag and just gone, okay, no, that's already done, so we can just kind of keep the block where it is. Like, instead of just raising the block so it resets with other movable items, you could have just had that be like the chest where it just disappears. Like, whatever kind of flag they do there, it feels like it would have been less annoying. I guess you want to make the coins not too easy to get. So it's actually time to go up here so we can leave this area. Because unlike in other runs of these levels, we actually have to go out of the areas via the exit, rather than via the chest area, where the chest would kick you out. Because we need to go back out into the main pot level to get more coins. That's another interesting aspect of the coin challenges, is the fact that you have to know where the exits are to each little puzzle room as well as the entrances, if they have one-way entrances and exits anyway. It's always frustrating when you get caught out like that. And that was just stupid. I'm not even going to make any excuses of, oh, I pressed jump that time, honest. But here's another coin, quite an easy one to find. So now down here, there's another coin we can get. Let's do this little... Now we could just have swam through the current, but I wanted to use the bubble. Because I'd forgotten I could swim through the current. Don't tell anyone. So now up here is one of the more annoying coins to get. There's also... Well, not this particular one, but through this room. But for now, we actually need to just use that to grab us, because sometimes when those grab us, it's useless because they don't get you anywhere useful. So I kind of second-guessed that one and took way too long to figure out that's all you needed to do. I thought you had to somehow kind of get up there from the above area, but there's no way to do that. You just need to let it carry you up. It's that simple, but this is the room. With this stupid sun that sets you on fire. or remove it if it's at night that paralyzes you. That's one of the more annoying coins to get to. Of course, quite an easy gimme coin over there. It's nice that it gives us some of those because the next couple of coins are insane. This is where the combinations of interesting mechanics come up. We have to combine Zombie Wario with something else. So first we need to turn invisible and climb this room. And of course that means you have to avoid all these zombies for now. So before we have to do this with avoiding the zombies to go through invisible, but then becoming a zombie and going to that, the torch, having the torch turn us unzombie just as we were landing, so that we could actually land by the door and be visible to go in there so we get the chest. But this time, we have to do something different with the invisibility and zombies. This time, we need to be a zombie over here, which means we need to be invisible and then get zombie. That's a very difficult jump to make, because if you time it wrong, you'll be zombie just before you get to the actual eyeball door. So there's that coin. And of course I made the mistake of unzombieing there, but so I needed to do that entire thing, which was a huge pain and took a lot of time. Because I'd forgotten that you could just go this way now. Because the last coin's actually in this direction. Through these spikes. That now we're a zombie, we can just walk through. That took a while to get right, because the timing on turning into a zombie in that particular set spot is very difficult. And there's no way to get a zombie outside the room without doing that, because there's too many of those torches that turn you back into normal Wario. So you do need to do that the exact way. Yeah, remember, if I'd gone through that ladder, I would have been stuck behind the eyeball door. So we have to go a long way around to the chest. Well, what used to be a chest. It's always annoying when that happens. So, the next video I'm intending it to be the last 3 north, levels. And then all of the levels in the north quadrant of the map will be completed. So there's this one done. And there's our 8 coins and the coloured in map. So I'll see you next time, as we complete the northern section. Goodbye. I would like to thank James Rossi for supporting me on Patreon as my Bio-Enchanted leg tier. I really hope other people can also join my Patreon to help support my channel and help improve the amount of resources I have for making better videos and being able to put more time into more elaborate thumbnails and title cards and things like that. Because I'd like to be able to have more time to really work on those kind of visual aspects beyond the actual video itself. Thank you.